I'm sorry that I'm only logging like now. I was trying to figure out something new. As you can see, I'm doing something a bit different. I don't usually stream like this. I don't even know how this is gonna turn out, but yeah. So I had a look before um before going on stream. I had a look just to see what's happening, and it seems like I missed my possible entry, bro. I'm gonna continue from what we were doing yesterday. Remember yesterday? Yesterday we kind of decided that starting a new, uh, starting a new leaf. I'm looking for my book and my pen. I think they're up there. Starting a new leaf. So starting a new chapter, everything like, so yeah. Now I'm trading XAU USD, which is gold. I used to trade US 30, giving it a break for now. Shifting my attention to gold. So with gold, yeah, I'm seeing this big time. This right here, when I saw this, because yesterday we had saw that this is gonna buy definitely. So it did buy, but now when I look at this, I see that I could have found an entry at 4. So I don't know if half past 4 is like a bit too late, but I think half past 4 is just like a bit too late. But I don't want to jump into conclusions, because I mean it's the first day of me trying this whole streaming at this time thing. So I don't want to necessarily cancel it out. But damn, it really is such a good move. It's such a good move. I don't even want to lie. Inversely, I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all something right now. Inversely, the same thing that we're looking at here. I'm gonna show y'all. Okay, let me not do that right now. Let me look for entry. But yeah, yesterday we saw that. Okay, let me cancel this one because of our strategy now. Yesterday we saw that. Okay, we had this. Wait, we have this going up like this, and then we had that one there, and then we saw that it touched here, and then it went, and then it came back again, and then it touched somewhere here. So because it touched somewhere here, we're saying that it's gonna buy up until the previous high, right, which is somewhere there. So that's why we're saying that this thing is on a uptrend right now. This thing is on an uptrend right now. Like you see right here, no? There is possibilities of this thing selling. If this right here is if we get a confirmation there, then we have this thing going back down. Maybe it's just gonna fake out and go back down, and then if it does that, then there's a possibility that it might come back to this low right here. There's a possibility that it might come back to that low right there. So right now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to where market is right now and see on the 1 minute and on the 5 minute if I can get a confirmation. Or let me just see where the confirmations are right now. So this is during the week. So I'm going to change these candles, these confirmations back to their default, because this is during the week. We're on the 1 minute right now. Okay, there's no confirmation here or there, but there's a bunch of sell confirmations, which is cool. We have a sell confirmation right here. Change, let's go that light green, and then looking for another sell confirmation right here. Okay, we have that over there, and then another sell confirmation over here. So these are all 1 minute. Let's go to the 5 minute and have another look. Maybe there's something a bit more stronger. We have this over here. Okay, but well, let's just keep that one from the 1 minute, because it's more or less the same thing. You see what I was saying? It looks like I think this thing might go down here. I think this thing might go down here. If this thing goes down here, now what I need to do, I need to look for, you see, there's a confirmation right here. There's a confirmation right here. There's a confirmation right here. With this confirmation for a sell, you go to this one right here. So if this one right here, it goes back down, right? If this goes back down significantly, and then it also tries to come back up, the next time it tries to come back up, we'll look for this thing to, we'll take the sell, we'll take the sell, we'll take the sell, and then we'll take profit like somewhere there. But that's if and only if this thing reverses here. Also, like I said, I don't think necessarily this might play out because of what we saw on the 1 hour time frame. I think what we saw on the 1 hour time frame is strong enough to let this whole thing just like continue buying for a while, you know. So what I just said, I don't think it'll really completely happen, because I'm even thinking, even if it were to do that, right, even if it were to reject here, go down a bit, and then come back and then go down, and we'd basically be coming back down here, and I don't see the likelihood of that happening, you know. I don't see, like, I just don't see it happening. But because what we saw on the 1 hour time frame is not like, um it didn't, let me say, it broke here and it only rejected there. Because of that, I might say maybe this might hold, you know. Maybe this thing that I'm showing you guys, that this thing's gonna sell and go back up and then sell again, maybe it might hold, just because of that, the fact that this thing broke here and it only rejected there and there, you know, just because it broke this line right here. Yeah, just because of that, I think though that would be the only reason why this thing rejects here. It will be the only reason why this thing rejects over here. Other than that, I'm still saying that this thing is gonna buy. I'm still personally saying this thing is gonna buy. You see, now it looks like we have our confirmation. Let's just see in 5 minutes time. What time is it now? 45. So this is the start of the 5 minutes. So that would mean like at 16:50, that's when we will have our confirmation. But yeah, like I said, bro, I don't think this thing is gonna go down. I really don't think it's gonna go down. But if it does go down, that's good. That's good. That's good for me. It means I can find an entry somewhere. It means I can find an entry somewhere. So you can definitely see here, there's just a bunch of sellers that are right here. Because why is it struggling so much to go past this point right here? You can definitely see that there's just a bunch of sellers that entered this market right there. But I will also say, if on the 1 minute we get a buy confirmation, that would be what we're looking for. Ideally, a buy confirmation on the 1 minute or 5 minute would be the most ideal entry for today's trade. So I think let's just wait it out. Let's wait it out. Let's wait it out so we can have an entry for today. Because right now, I don't really see anything. I don't see anything. Okay. Looks like it's buying though. It looks like it's already buying, which is not a bad thing really, because I mean, I did say that it will go up. I did say that it will go up. I did say that it will go up. So yeah, but if we don't get like a trade by 5 o'clock, I mean, let's just call it. Let's just call it a day, gang. If you don't get a entry at 5, it's all good. It's all good because I was trying to chase the momentum, but yeah, like what I'm saying is that maybe 16:30 is like a bit too late. So I think next time we'll just try to look for something around 1600, sometime around 1600, sometime around 1600. Okay. Okay, how many more minutes left? Like 2 minutes. 2 minutes left. If this confirms as a sell indicator, if this confirms as a sell indicator, it would not hurt to like. Honestly speaking, I think it would be much more of a risky trade, but it wouldn't hurt to try and do that and try and take advantage of that sell. Just because, honestly, I think if I were to take the sell right here, it would only be because of um this theory that this is not that strong, just because it didn't reject on that price. Instead, it rejected only a bit later. So that would be my only reason why I would enter this trade. That would be the only reason why I would enter this trade. But another thing, because now I'm not trading US 30, the risk is gonna change. I don't think it's gonna be 40 points anymore. I don't think it's gonna be 40 points anymore because of. See, this is like, bro, this is so good, bro. I don't even want to lie to you, bro. Like, getting this confirmation right here and this candlestick is so good that it just feels too good to be true. Okay, you know what, nah? You know what? Getting that right there is just, I don't even know what to say, bro. I really don't even know what to say. Let's make that purple. Matter of fact, let's make it an okay color, like gray. Yeah, let's make it gray. Right, it just looks so good, bro. It looks so good, like in terms of rejecting. But you know what, bro? I'm gonna stick to what I was saying about this thing buying. Let's chase that high. I'm gonna say this thing is gonna buy. Let's go for the buy. It really looks like it's about to sell, but let's go for the buy. I'm definitely going for the buy. I'm definitely going for the buy. Let's go. 40 points. Three what? 330. So that's like 290, right? 290. You see, that's like, okay, that is insane. You see, that's just insane. For the spread, this is the spread we had while we were trading US 30. This was our spread in US 30. I think this just should emphasize the difference between US 30 and gold. But like I'm saying, bro, wait, sorry about that. Let's do this. Gonna put it where price is right now. Price is here right now. Then we're looking for 40 points. 230, 290. 230 minus 40 points is 290. I'm taking this thing up, bro. I don't even want to lie. We are taking this thing up. Right here. Right here. Okay. Yeah, so that's my trade for today. That's what I'm seeing for today. That's where I'd probably find the entry right now. The only thing I will say is that, like I said, I don't know in terms of um I don't know in terms of uh what is this, not spread but the risk, how much a risk will have with $10 uh and in XAU USD, because I know with $10 in US 30, I know with $10 in US 30, well, not really $10, more like, what's half? Half is probably gonna like $5 in US 30 is like 40 points. In XAU USD, I don't know how much $5 can, like, how much risk we can risk in US XAU USD. So okay, that's like um that's from the first strategy break off from the Operandi's strategy. I do think more or less though it's somewhat the same, because even if I were to look for an entry using the MMC footprint, the MMC footprint is I'll show you guys now. I'll show you what the MMC footprint is. The MMC footprint is something like this. The MMC footprint is something like this. You do that, and then also come here, and you do that. So that's like what the MMC footprint really is. Let's go to the 1 minute. Maybe we'll get something on the 1 minute and find an entry somewhere here. Okay, we have a bullish confirmation. That's dope. We have a bullish confirmation right there. That's dope. That's dope. That's exactly what I needed. So we can do that and then do this. Okay, because of that, that would also make our so let's do it like this, just to clean up this chart. This is where that candlestick came in. It's around the same price, so you can just put that there. Let's put that there. Right, let's do that there. So using the MMC footprint, even if I wasn't using one, which is the strategy I found yesterday, even if we weren't using one, we would use the MMC footprint, and according to the MMC footprint, we'd still be looking at buyers. Right here, we'd be looking at buyers because of this indicator confirmation right here. We'd be looking at buyers. Because of that, we'd be looking at buyers right now. Because of that, we'd be looking at buyers. So yeah, let's stick to that. Let's stick to that. Let's hold it at that. Let's hold it at that. Wait, what did I say before finding out this entry using the MMC footprint? What did I say? There's something else I said for why this thing is gonna buy. Okay, let me just do this. Let me type it out. Let me write down why we are taking this thing long. MMC MMC plus one. MMC plus one. That's why we're seeing a buy here. MMC plus one. Wait, what time frame? What time frame is? I need a. Let's go this right here. MMC plus one. Let me do this. One. Okay, let's go to a lower time frame and let's just see what's happening with this trade so far. So far, it still looks very undecided. It still looks very undecided, which is understandable. So yeah, for now, let me leave it at this, and let's come back to this trade later. Let's avoid over analyzing. Let's also avoid revenge trading. Let's also avoid don't know what else we'd be avoiding, but let's just give this thing time. But also another thing that's kind of a good reason why this trade is gonna keep buying, I'm gonna show y'all now, is the angle. This trade is gonna have a lot of momentum. This trade is going to have a lot of momentum. This trade is gonna have a lot of momentum. So as you guys can see here, if you really look at this uptrend, there's no real like surge of upward momentum that hasn't like hit yet. It hasn't hit yet. So maybe that's what's gonna happen in a few. Perhaps that's what will happen in a few. But anyway, like I said, let's give it time and let's see each other again tomorrow. Yeah.